Here we go, round one. Who's going to land the first big shot? The jab doesn't quite connect. Beautiful counter punch. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Beautiful counter shot. That big hook doesn't land. Oh boy, Helenius is teetering and tottering. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
That counter punch caught him clean. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. There's the bell for round two. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This is a battle royale between two heavyweight bombers. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
If you're fighting a counterpuncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counterpunchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
That big hook doesn't land. They're both trying for a knockout. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. From this moment forward, he... There's the bell to start round three. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Those counter punches have to hurt. You're not going to see as much footwork as the smaller weight classes in the heavyweight division, but we don't care. We want the heavy fists. time they drop their guard, they get caught. This fight has a real good flow to it. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. So much firepower here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. That counter shot lands. No rest for the weary. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something. Back at it in round 4. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A chance to make history. Try to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
And he scores with the counter. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. The courage on display here is incredible. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Wallin in that last round. What would you tell this guy? Time for the 5th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Helenius is dazed. Still standing.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. wasn't ready for that counter punch. Did well to block that right hook. Good counter punch. Nice exchange here from both men. Beautiful count. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to...
Let's start the sixth. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
That counter shot lands. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. He threw a punch and just got countered. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. You'd like to see more jabs. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage. Get your breath back. And there's the bell for round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The jab not finding its target. Tried to score with the upper. Hold that thought! Why weren't they covering up? Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to feel asleep.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. They both want a knockout, you can tell. The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk talk about Wallin in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Just get your breath back. Get focused on what you're doing. You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Got sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out.
Back out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basic.
Round 8, and we're off again. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighters.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
How about that time counter shot? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Where did that come from? Down they go! I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. Let's see how the game... And we enter the night. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Beautiful counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
And this is incredible action from both of these heavyweights. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
And they got caught! You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Stumbling around in potholes, in serious trouble. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. This is the 10th. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. So much for boxing. This is a fight. Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Nice counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just...
Whoa, Johnny! Oh, they got rocked! What a moment this is! Looks like trouble was averted.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for... And there's the bell for round 11. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. That counter shot lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Do you believe this? They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the...
Oh my God, Johnny! Helenius is dazed. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Wallin in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. There's the bell for round 12. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it?
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you'll get caught a lot more at the end.
I guess showboating is part of their plan. He avoids that left. Those are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed... Hold it right there! The big fella Helenius in trouble. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you one clean punch changes everything.
Whoa,
did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Helenius on the verge of going down. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. I can never...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. The big fella Helenius in trouble. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Stumbling around in potholes. Well, Johnny, it was a very close fight until the end. In the end, we get a split decision.
These guys are doing their job right. I'd have called it exactly as... I might have been around that or two, but these guys have got it right.